Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got a Donovan Mitchell build. So he's been off to a cracking start to the season with the Cavs. They've been very impressive so far as a team, and so is Donovan Mitchell. So make sure he's a shooting guard. I know he does play point guard a bit, but with Darius Garland coming back, I'd say most of his minutes are going to come at shooting guard. So make sure he's a 2 guard, and we'll move on to the body settings. So he's listed at 6'1" on basketballreference.com. So you may think that might be a bit short for a shooting guard on 2K, so by all means, if you want to play as a point guard instead at this height, then of course change the position. The stats and attributes and all that will be the same. In terms of the weight, we're going to drop that down to 169 pounds. You can go to 165, but I've just chosen to go to 169 just to boost some attribute caps. I just find that doing something like that little thing helps save a bit of attribute points. It sort of adjusts it a little bit and gives you more points to spend. Now the wingspan we're going to push to the max, which is 6'10". Pushing it to the max didn't affect any of the stats that I wanted, so I thought I may as well push the wingspan to the max, but of course if you want to shorten that down, by all means do so. And body shape I just like to find for guards. We'll move on. So Donovan Mitchell, he's definitely a slasher, and he's a prolific scorer. He's never averaged under 20 points in his career before. Even in his rookie year, he averaged around 20 points a game. At the moment, he's averaging 31 points, shooting 50% from the field and 45% from 3-point land. So we all know he's a fantastic slasher. He's got some massive posted dunks. I think he had one the other day or a week ago. He's been a 36-ish% shooter from a 3-point land, but he's obviously worked on that in the off-season. Small sample size, only the 9 games so far this season, but he's shooting 45% from the field, so he's definitely got a lot of confidence to shoot from deep. So we're going to get some shooting with this build. We're also going to get a lot of playmaking because he does play point guard sometimes. Particularly at Utah, he played point guard a lot. So we're going to get plenty of playmaking, and then defense as well, because he's ranked in the top 20 3 times for defensive win shares. A couple of those are with Utah. Obviously Utah are a great defensive team anyway, so that sort of helped his ranking, but to play in a good defensive team, everyone has to be a pretty good defender, or else it sort of collapses. You can sort of target players. So in order for Utah to be so good, he obviously had to be a great defensive player as well. So this build's going to be quite good at everything, I must say. But to start with, we're going to push close shot to 70. I just had some points left over, and I just pushed it up to 69 to get the extra badge point, and then one more to 70 just to round it up. And then driving layup, we're going to push to 89. So at 88, of course, you get the long athlete package, and then at 89 we get that gold slithery finisher there, which is quite nice. Now for driving dunk, unfortunately you can't go to the elite contact dunks at 92, but because you are 6'1", you can get the small contact dunks at 86, so that's where we're going to push that. So you also get the pros at 86 as well. That'll be all for finishing, but you do have the 23 badge points, so after you use your 10, you've got the 13 left, so you could core maybe limitless takeoff, still have 13 left, put posterizer on silver, and have gold slithery finisher. So you can get all your tier 3 badges at the highest level they can go. So that's fantastic. Now for shooting, like I said, he's become a pretty decent shooter. It looks like he's going to be average quite high, shooting around the 40% mark this season. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push mid-range shot to 75 just for the extra badge point. Middies are pretty easy to hit at low ratings this 2K. But for 3-point shot, we're going to push that to the max, which is 89. So at 89, it's quite important because we get that Agent 3 gold and also Blinders gold. So this is going to be a lot of a real shot creating type of build. So having Agent 3 to be able to shoot off the dribble, and then the Blinders to help with those contests as players come in from the side, because Blinders is more of a shot creating badge, whereas Deadeye is more catch and shoot. Players are coming straight at you off a catch and shoot. With Blinders as a shot creator, generally they're coming from the side because they're trying to recover after you've crossed them over or something. So to have both of these golds, fantastic. And then free throw, we're just going to push to 83 because he does shoot 83% from the free throw line. So that was a good rating to have. Now for playmaking, like I said, he does play point guard a bit. He averages around 4.5 assists per game for his career. So he's not a huge, assist man. But we've pushed it to 75 just for the extra badge point, and also the LeBron passing style. And then the ball handle we're going to push to 90 so that we get the extra badge point. You also get clamp breaker gold, which is awesome. Killer Combos is there, gold as well. You know, quick first steps, Hall of Fame in tier 2, which is awesome as well. So along with that, you'll also get all the animations at 90 as well. There's a few animations you can get with 90 ball handle. You won't be able to get the 92 ball handle. You can tinker with the build if you want to push it up that high to get the Trae Youngs and things like that, the Steph Curry animations. But I've just chosen to go to 90 to fit in all the other stats that I wanted. Now, speed with ball, we are going to push that to 83 because we don't want to be too slow. We don't want to have this too low. Even though Hall of Fame quick first step will help with our speed off the bounce, I still wanted a decent enough speed with ball rating, and 83 gives me the extra badge point. Now for defense, like I said, he is a decent defender. You have to be a good defender to be in such a great defensive team as Utah was. So I wanted to make defense very good. And also you have a lot of attribute points at 6'1". You know, when you make shorter builds, you have a lot of points to spend, so you may as well upgrade things. So in terms of interior defense, I just pushed that to 34 for now. Let's just get upgraded with other things. Perimeter defense is going to go to 92. Which is the max. So that will get you the gold clamps. It's in tier 3, but you can get that gold, which is awesome, and you'll probably need that at 6'1". You'll need to have that level of perimeter defense, particularly because you are a shooting guard. Now for steal, he doesn't average a heap of steals. He averages 1.3 steals a game, but you know, that's not too bad. You know, it's pretty above average, I would say, for a starter. Some starters, you know, don't even average a steal a game. They're not too great, but he seems to be quite decent at it. So we're going to push that to 85. So just to get the silver glove and silver interceptor, you do have the 6'10 wingspan, so you'll be able to pick some, you know, steals here and there against, you know, centers and things, and of course interceptor in the passing lanes, and I've, you know, snatched those, you know, outlet passes from centers. And then for block, we're just going to push that to 30. Because I think the vert goes up, so it pushes the block up. Defensive rebound, we're going to keep it 47. And then for the physicals, we are going to push speed to 85. Speed's not terribly important this 2K. Acceleration is much more important than speed, so we're going to push that to 90. So you will have quite high acceleration to go along with your ball handle. And of course, speed with ball 83 is there as well, which is quite decent. Should be quite quick off the bounce. You should be quite fast. Strength, we're going to leave it 42. Vertical needs to go to 85 for those small contact dunks, and the rest is going to go on stamina for 90 stamina, and that's the build. So in total you have the 23 finishing, 22 shooting, 23 playmaking, and 22 defensive badges for a total of 90 badges on this 6'1 shooting guard build that can pretty much do everything. It's got great physicals, really fast off the bounce acceleration wise. Great defense, you know, got the gold clamps with silver steal ability, but also 22 badge points. So you'll be able to get all the badges you want. You know, I've got 90 ball handle with Hall of Fame quick first step and, you know, gold dribbling badges pretty much. Now with a level of passing, then you can get assists. Also 23 badge points. Every, you know, attribute, sort of, you know, defense, playmaking, finishing, shooting have all got 20 plus badge points. So it's a lot to play with. Great shooting from the perimeter, and of course you got those contact dunks and, you know, great layout packages as well. So really well balanced build at shooting guard. So have a lot of fun with this one. Now for the takeovers, I just chose finishing moves because, you know, he's a slasher at heart. He has some big dunks, so I definitely wanted that. You are 6'1", so that can help with those contact dunks. Now the secondary, I just chose spot up precision because he's become a really good shooter as well. So I wanted to reflect his start to the season. But as you can see, you've got shades of Hal Greer, Jalen Green, and Donovan Mitchell. So Donovan Mitchell pops up there if you're after that. You've made a 2-way inside-out creator. So, and we'll take a look at the badges. So for Donovan Mitchell on finishing, you definitely just want a lot of things that help you drive, and, you know, you're probably going to get contact. So you definitely want some things to help you score with contacts. You know, fearless finish is great. Giant Slayer is there as well. You can get that Hall of Fame. That'll be really important at 6'1". And with the extra badge point, you know, you could look at things maybe like fast twitch, acrobats there in tier 2. But, you know, to make the most of your badge points, probably just put it on something like aerial wizard, just in case you need to catch a lob on the park. Or, you know, you get a backdoor cut and catch a lob on the rec center. But that's your 10 points there. And And of course, like I said, you can core Limitless Takeoff, put Posterizer on silver, and still have enough points to get Switcheroo Finisher on gold. So all your tier 3 badges are maxed out, and then you can tinker with the rest as you please, your other 10. So really great finishing badge layout there. Now for shooting, you know, he's become a really great shooter. So if I was making a Donovan Mitchell type shooter, he's definitely a volume shooter, clutch, you know, space creator. He's definitely, you know, shoots off the bounce a lot. So we definitely want that one. And then I might just go, just to be a bit more effective with the badge points, I'll just push these up to gold. And then in tier 3, these are the ones that most people are looking for anyway. So the tier 1s and 2s you can change to what you like, but the tier 3s are really the ones that people are interested in. So, you know, you can core Agent 3, put blinders on gold, still have 5 left. You know, you can get a bit of boost from limitless range with the 89 3 ball. That might be something interesting. You can put an extra badge point in this to get it silver, or you can just put the extra 5 on Deadeye, or maybe catch and shoot to get that gold. So that could be a really great layout as a shooter. Now for playmaking, you know, definitely a Hall of Fame quick first step. Smack it on. And unpluckable, you can put silver just to be a bit more effective. And clamp breaker, put that on gold. You know, if you're a dribbler, killer combos can go gold. You can also get handles for days silver. So mismatch expert might be there if you want that, but you know, if you're coming up against a big, you should be able to break them down anyway. Particularly with killer combos and handles for days, you'll have a lot of time to do that. You know, that could be a really great, you know, shot creating layout. And then on defense, just a lot of things to help you defend the perimeter. You don't really need to be too crazy in this part of the build. So, you know, pick dodger can go gold. There's really not a lot in tier 1 and 2 to look at. You know, if you like bumping the opponent, you can put menace gold. You know, if you're worried about getting your ankles broken, you also get that up to Hall of Fame. You know, I personally like off-ball pest, particularly at shooting guard. It just helps stop opponents getting those backdoor cuts. You can get that up to Hall of Fame. It is very good at Hall of Fame, I must say. And then, you know, chase down artists, you can put bronze for your 10 badge points because you do have the 6'10 wingspan. And then with the 12 points left, you know, these are the ones that most people are interested in. Like I said, you can core clamps on gold, and then put glove and interceptor both on silver. So you can get those steals, as you know, get them as high as you can to get those steals pretty much. Of course, challenges there gold if you want to contest shots rather than get steals, but that could be a really effective perimeter defender. All in all, that's the build. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.